Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 20060 Quinault Drive here in Oregon City. I describe everything as if you're standing out in the street facing the front of the house. There were just to the left of the front doorway, big 4-inch ABS cleanout. If this for some reason ever got buried, it sits almost directly in front of the first foundation vent here to the left of the doorway. This would be a fairly difficult one to lose track of though. It sticks pretty far out of the ground. Alright, we're going to drop in here. We're going to zero the foot counter out. Water is running, and we're going to zero out here in just a second. Thus far, good looking sewer line. Just the ever so slightest amount of grease buildup in the flow line. If it remains like this throughout, though, not a concerning level of it. We transition there over to 4-inch 3034. There just a moment ago, I forgot I had the mic pause there. We had a just slightly out of whack transition joint to 3034. We'll take a second look on the way out, but it looks like about a 1/16 to 1/4 inch offset, which you'd have to flush a shoe down the toilet to clog something that tiny. Alright, located the camera head successfully. Line terminates on Quinault. So kind of as just a general route the line takes. Again, the line exits out just the left of the doorway. It then jaunts under the driveway, and about dead center where the center seam is. I think you've got a little bit of extra driveway. I don't know if it was added after the fact to the right of kind of the true driveway proper, but it runs right down the middle of the driveway out of the street. That extra piece of driveway, I'm not really including in what I'm talking about. It almost looks like an extra piece of driveway was added to the right of the stuff that comes immediately off the garage door. That's what I'm referring to. We'll come back here and take another look at this pipe joint, but it looks like it was just barely out of whack. That right there is just some toilet paper. Those little stringy items there off to the right, those all just appear to be cobwebs. One of them has a spider egg sac in it. Alright, here's the joint. Bloop. Yeah, I mean, it's like the world's tiniest offset. That offset is about 1/4 of an inch. It doesn't even obscure my camera lens. The base of my camera lens sits about 1/4 inch off the bottom of the pipe. Anyway, you take a look at that joint, clean joint, no staining on the sidewalls, nothing about it looks like it's compromised or open to the ground. It just settled just a little bit. And after this house has been here this long, I've been doing this 13 years, most settling occurs almost instantaneously after a line is buried. That joint has likely been that way since essentially the first day that it was buried in the ground. So the times I'll even get a little concerned about those is that if the pipe joint is displaying any evidence of groundwater seeping through, where you can end up with a progressive type situation due to hydro erosion, but that joint is all clean all the way around. Alright, we're going to flip the camera around here real quick and go backwards. Everything from the clean out access to the main lateral connection. All of it's in good shape, has good flow, and is functioning properly at this time. At this point here, we have crossed back through the foundation wall. Everything beyond this point is all exposed piping in the crawl space. The home inspector takes a look at that stuff. Good looking sewer line. Great flow end to end, and it's quite a clean line to boot. I mostly point out that little bit of grease buildup in the line. It's not at a point where it needs cleaning. It's a ways away from that, but it's mostly for educational purposes. If you put a lot of it down the line, a lot of grease and cooking oil, a lot of it will build up. And I'm more concerned, honestly, at this point in my career, about heavy grease buildup than I am a lot of structural issues. You know, like offset. I mean, I'm talking significant ones, not ones like this. You know, bellies, things like that. It is often heavy grease buildup combined with improper items that ends up exacerbating a lot of issues, structural issues, into actual problems. Otherwise, many of them just keep humming along as long as the line's treated nicely. Anyway, sewer line's functioning properly at this time.